From being a lonely child to becoming the world's favorite superhero, it's Tobey Maguire. But who is Tobey Maguire behind the camera, and what is his life story? Early life. Tobias Vincent Maguire was born on the 27th of June 1975 in Santa Monica, California. His parents, Wendy Brown and Vincent Maguire, were married shortly after Tobey was born, but were divorced when he was just 2 years old. As a small child, Tobey wanted to be a chef and was keen to do home economics in grade school, but his mother bribed him to take a drama class instead of cooking. He accepted the offer and took to acting from that young age. In fact, he dropped out of high school just so he could focus on getting acting jobs. His mother had spent these years coaching and managing her son, while she also juggled work in Hollywood publicity, advertising, and acting. Tobey eventually got his GED in the year 2000. As a child, Tobey Maguire first appeared on the screen in television advertising. He was in a Nordstrom commercial as an actor-dancer when he was just 6 years old. Tobey had his first appearance in a movie in 1989 in The Wizard, but he had no lines in the film. He had a tendency to look younger than his real-life age, and so Tobey Maguire played teenagers until he was well into his 20s. He made several TV appearances during the early 90s in various sitcoms, including Blossom, Roseanne, and Erie, Indiana. Maguire also had a few episodes on General Hospital before his television breakthrough in a starring role on Great Scott in 1992. The show was canceled just 9 weeks after it began. As he was coming up in Hollywood, Maguire was often found to be auditioning for the same roles as Leonardo DiCaprio. They became friends and made a kind of pact to help each other get roles on the projects in which they were cast, and when they both tried out for the part in This Boy's Life in 1993, DiCaprio was cast, but Maguire got a part as one of his friends. For several years, Tobey Maguire appeared in TV movies, but basically kept missing out on the bigger jobs because of his career path being so closely linked to Leonardo DiCaprio, who by now was flying. In 1995, Tobey Maguire requested to be withdrawn from his part in Empire Records, and he entered into treatment for alcohol addiction. He has stayed sober ever since this time and is known for his healthy living lifestyle. Don't forget to subscribe. Career breakthrough. In 1997, Maguire took on the role that was to move his career in a new direction when he played a student in The Ice Storm, a movie by Ang Lee, in which Maguire's character narrates the whole film. After this, Tobey began to take on a variety of roles that were quite different from the sorts of things he had previously auditioned for. He was the lead in Pleasantville in 1998 opposite Reese Witherspoon, and Maguire won a Saturn Award for his part. In 1998, he also appeared in the cult classic Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas as a hitchhiker who's picked up by the two main characters as they speed across the desert in a drug-addled whirlwind. After this, he starred in The Cider House Rules with Michael Caine and Charlize Theron in 1999. The movie was well received and even won a couple of Oscars. Also in 1999, Maguire was once again chosen to star in another Ang Lee film, Ride with the Devil. This film was set in the American Civil War and was a serious and unforgiving examination of politics, war, and violence. Due to limited release, the movie did not have high viewing figures, but was critically acclaimed nonetheless. Tobey Maguire was regularly picked up for interesting and deep characters, but he had yet to hit the big time. He was a recognizable face, but not yet a household name. Next, he starred in Wonder Boys with Michael Douglas in 2000. This dramatic role was highly acclaimed and certainly solidified Maguire as a serious actor, but the role that was to define Tobey Maguire's career was just on the horizon. Spiderman and beyond. Tobey Maguire had managed to carve out his own little niche in Hollywood as he played many quirky teenagers and unusual young characters. But when he was cast as Peter Parker in Sam Raimi's 2002 adaptation of Spider-Man, he finally became a superstar. This film was the first installment in director Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. This American filmmaker is known for his Evil Dead comedy horror movies that are cult classics amongst movie fans. Raimi has a distinct dynamic visual style that has been heavily influenced by comic books, and his interpretation of the beloved Marvel superhero Spider-Man was much anticipated. Tobey Maguire plays the shy Peter Parker who gets bitten by a genetically engineered spider and discovers that he has gained a whole bunch of superhuman abilities. He creates a persona in Spider-Man and sets out to fight crime in New York City as a masked superhero. Sam Raimi had seen Tobey Maguire in The Cider House Rules and had wanted him for the part, and the studio was less eager to cast someone who was not known known for any kind of action role, but he auditioned and they were won over. He was contracted for a multi-million-dollar deal and an additional 2 sequels. It was not an easy role to prepare for, as it involved completely overhauling his body for the physical performance. He trained intensively for months in martial arts, yoga, and climbing to prepare, and Maguire also spent a lot of time studying spiders to try and learn their movements. This movie had been almost 25 years in the making, never before getting off the ground because of various issues with financing and licensing. But finally, it was all agreed, and Spider-Man was filmed in Los Angeles and New York City in 2001. When Spider-Man was released in May of 2002, it became the first film to ever reach $100 million in a single weekend. It went on to gross $825 million at the box office and was nominated for several Academy Awards for its visuals and sound. Maguire was well received as Spider-Man by the viewing public and the critics alike. In 2004, he returned to the role in Spider-Man 2, although he was suffering from terrible back pain after he had filmed Seabiscuit, a movie about a racehorse, in 2003 and almost couldn't begin filming. In fact, they were already preparing for Jake Gyllenhaal to take over as Peter Parker when Maguire managed to recover in time. He then reprised the role for a third time in 2007's Spider-Man 3. Other movie roles throughout this era saw a return to the serious character-driven parts that Maguire has been known for throughout his career. He starred in The Good German opposite George Clooney and Cate Blanchett. In 2009, he was in a war drama called Brothers with Jake Gyllenhaal and Natalie Portman and was nominated for a Golden Globe for his effort. He then played alongside his friend Leonardo DiCaprio in the 2013 version of The Great Gatsby. After this, Maguire focused more on his production company, Material Pictures, which he had founded in 2012, but in 2021, he returned to his role of Peter Parker in Spider-Man No Way Home, alongside the other actors who have taken on the role in more recent movies, Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield. All 8 Spider-Man movies, including those starring Tobey Maguire as the eponymous arachnid superhero, are being re-released over the summer of 2024. The massive popularity of these movies continues a full 20 years since they were first out in movie theaters. Personal life. Tobey Maguire has been linked romantically with many women over the years. He dated actor Rashida Jones in the late 1990s, and he's known to have dated Kirsten Dunst. Their relationship began while they were filming Spider-Man. They dated for just over a year and ultimately split in 2002. Shortly afterwards, Maguire met Jennifer Meyer, a jewelry designer. They met while he was filming Seabiscuit in 2003, and the couple got engaged in 2006 and then welcomed their daughter Ruby Sweetheart in November of that same year. They were married in Hawaii on September 3rd of 2007. The couple also have a son, Otis Tobias, who was born in May of 2009. Maguire and Meyer announced their separation in October of 2016 and eventually filed for divorce in 2020. Since then, he's been romantically linked to a model named Tatiana Diedemann. They were involved in a relationship for a few years but separated in 2023. He counts Leonardo DiCaprio as his best friend, and back in the 1990s, Tobey Maguire was a member of Leo's notorious group, womanizing individuals who called themselves, charmingly, the Pussy Posse. So it's safe to say that Tobey Maguire, although seen as more of an awkward, shy kind of chap on account of some of the roles that he's played, is no stranger to certain types of behaviors. He, like his friend Leo, has been linked with considerably younger women. Most recently, has been photographed with a 20-year-old model called Lily Chi. He's not commented on this, but he has been spotted on a couple of occasions with young women. Beyond his relationships, Tobey Maguire is a fairly private person with a distinct dislike for the paparazzi, and other than producing movies and occasionally acting, he also likes to play professional poker. He's been playing since 2004 and has seen some success at it. He is among several celebrities who have played in high-stakes games at the Viper Room, although he has a reputation as a bit of a jerk. Some of his behavior during the games, which were run by Molly Bloom and the subject of the movie Molly's Game, has been criticized by the press. It looks as if Tobey Maguire is now rumored to be returning to the Spider-Man role again. There was a whisper that Sam Raimi would be involved, but he's denied this, so watch this space. It could still happen. What do you think about the life of Tobey Maguire? Be sure to let us know in the comments below and subscribe to the channel because the next Life Behind the Camera is coming out soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.